The board had earlier announced the registration for the 2026 UTME began on January 2026, adding that only computer-based test centers with facilities that allow remote monitoring would be permitted to participate. It said the policy tagged "No Vision, No Registration, No UTME" is aimed at reducing registration irregularities and strengthening confidence in the examination process. The first historical conference in honor of Professor Monday Mangwat themed "Documenting the History of the Jos Plateau and Adjoining Lowlands" is being held at the Senate Chambers of the Plateau State University, Bokos. The conference is in collaboration between the Department of History and International Studies of the Plateau State University and the Directorate of Research, Planning and Documentation, Government House. Our correspondent reports that the conference brought together academics in the field of history and related fields from across the globe. The reports.
In a keynote address on the topic, "When Peace is Not Just Absence of War, Building Everyday Coexistence on the Plateau," Professor Toyin Falola of the Department of History, University of Texas, Austin, USA, emphatically aligned with the establishment of such a center that would tell and keep the history of the Jos people and its adjoining lowland alive. He recommended that for such a center, there is a need for an executive bill to be legislated upon by the State House of Assembly to ensure it is properly documented.
The archives of people in which, just as some of you are looking at conflicts, some of us are looking at peaceful interactions, by which many of our people are interacting on a vibrant daily basis, united by peace.
On his part, Director General, Research Planning and Documentation, Government House, Sam Godons, added that the Historical Center will, among other things, function as a modern archival repository, safeguarding documents and records of enduring value.
Government is interested, government is committed that we must get this one right. We want an institutional reality about our own history. That's why the governor has agreed that whenever convocation will take place, we will unveil the concept of that center.
In his overview, Conference Chair Professor Enoch Oyedele commended thus:
Engage in meaningful dialogue and explore new perspectives on the documentation and interpretation of the histories of the Jos Plateau and surrounding lowlands.
In his welcome remarks, Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Shedrack Best, informed participants of Plateau State University's giant strides in the area of academic excellence.
Rejecting this by this kind of gathering is a statement that we do not accept this narrative because we must know our history. And the presence of the Historical Society at this conference is an endorsement of what we are doing. Even though this is our Plateau State, but I can tell you that the lessons go far beyond Plateau State. And it's a modest beginning, and it's like I said elsewhere, it's like a seed that we are sowing, and this seed will propagate.
Highlights of the event was presentation of books by the keynote speaker, Professor Toyin Falola, and golden messages from Mike Omery, Labaran Maku, Professor Chefu, among others, and an appreciation remark from the honoree whose conference is being celebrated, Professor Monday Mangwat. This is Roland Longs.
Seven former presidents of the Jos Museum Multipurpose Cooperative Society Limited have bagged awards of meritorious service for contributing to the growth and development of the cooperative. The recognition was given during the 35th Annual General Meeting of the Society. Our correspondent was at the Jos Museum Auditorium venue of the event. The reports.
The Jos Museum Multipurpose Cooperative Society Limited is an autonomous association of individuals who voluntarily work towards the economic and social benefits of its members. The awardees include Ezekiel Odubre, Dr. Oludairo Oladapo, Shingigwe Bess, Pastor Raphael Edmond, and John Bess. Also awarded posthumously are Jacob Tonga and Victor Itua. The recipients were full of gratitude to the Cooperative Society for the honor.
Cooperative in Museum, I am grateful to you people. He retired. He was retired after how many years? Now he's, let's say, in debt. We dead all 18 years. And you people still remember him. It's a great joy to us.
You will do certain things that you may not remember. For them to remember us and make this presentation, we say thank you.
New executive members of the Jos Museum Multipurpose Cooperative Society were sworn in and given a certificate of return during the event.
That I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Jos Museum Multipurpose Cooperative Society.
President of the Jos Multipurpose Cooperative Society, Fabian Dalugap, said the 35th anniversary was an opportunity for the cooperative to reflect on its past experiences, appreciate its present state, and forecast into the future with strong determination. He highlighted some of the achievements recorded so far to include expansion and fortification of the cooperative office to provide reinforcement and protection against theft, as well as economic growth and educational training for members.
The former leaders have actually did well, and that is why in these 35 years we decided to organize an award to appreciate all the former presidents that have served this cooperative society.
Zonal Director, North Central Zone and Curator, Jos Museum, Linus Kingi, congratulated officials for the giant strides recorded and urged members to adhere to the principles guiding the society. Director of Cooperative Societies, Elizabeth Bott, said Governor Caleb Mutfwang is passionate about the sustainable growth of cooperative societies in the state. Chairman on the occasion, Ezekiel Odubre, and representatives of Plascofed, sister cooperative societies, and banks present took turns to congratulate the Multipurpose Cooperative Society for marking its 35th anniversary and urged members to plan for their retirement. I am Bolchitpam.
And on the foreign scene, sustained heavy gunfire and loud explosions have been heard in Niger, near the international airport outside the capital. Multiple eyewitness accounts and videos show air defense systems apparently engaging unidentified projectiles in the early hours of Thursday. The situation later calmed down, reports say, with an official reportedly saying the situation was now under control without elaboration. It is not clear what caused the blast or if there were any casualties. There has been no official statement from the military government. The gunfire and blast began shortly after midnight, according to residents of a neighboring near the Dori Hamani International Airport. They said calm returned after 2 hours. The airport houses an Air Force base and is located about 6 miles from the presidential palace. And that's the much we can take on this package. Stay tuned for global news at 6:30 p.m. and news updates at 10 p.m. Good afternoon.